Look, I'm about to share something that might upset traditional homesteaders, but hear me out, chickens aren't the goldmine everyone claims they are. In fact, I've discovered 5 creatures that'll put more money in your pocket, require less daily fuss, and honestly, they're so obvious once you see them, you'll wonder why nobody talks about this. Stick around because number 3 literally pays for itself in under 2 months. Hey there, garden friends. Welcome back to Earthly Gardening, where we keep your wallet happy and your backyard thriving. If you're new here, you've just stumbled onto the channel that refuses to give you the same recycled advice everyone else does. We dig deeper literally and figuratively. Now, before we jump in, do me a solid, smash that like button so YouTube knows you're ready for real talk, and subscribe if you want practical farming wisdom that actually works for regular folks like us. Alright, let's get into this. I know what you're thinking, but chickens are the perfect starter animal. Sure, everyone says that. But what they don't mention is the predator problems, the feed costs, the permit headaches in suburban areas, and the fact that egg prices have actually dropped in many markets. Meanwhile, these 5 animals I'm about to reveal? They're quietly making smart homesteaders serious money while everyone else is busy building fancy chicken coops. Animal 1, Quail. Let's start with something that might surprise you, quail. They're not tiny chickens, they're incredibly efficient birds that can be very profitable in a small space. A single rabbit hutch can comfortably house up to 50 quail, making them ideal for people with limited yard space or strict local regulations where chickens may not be allowed. Quail also mature fast. In just 6 to 8 weeks, hens begin laying eggs, while chickens can take 5 to 6 months before producing their first. That means quicker returns if you're looking to generate income. Their eggs sell at premium prices in farmers' markets and specialty stores, often higher than chicken eggs. Chefs and health-conscious buyers value them, which creates steady demand. Quail eat less feed, produce less noise, and are generally hardy birds. On top of that, you can make money from quail eggs, meat, live breeding birds, and even selling them for dog training. Multiple income streams from one small animal. Animal 2, Rabbits. Moving on to number 2, rabbits. Meat rabbits are one of the most efficient protein producers you can raise. A single breeding pair can produce over 300 pounds of meat per year thanks to their fast reproduction rate. Rabbit meat is lean, healthy, and similar to chicken, but often sells for higher prices at farmers' markets because it's still considered a specialty product. There's also value beyond the meat. Angora rabbits produce fiber that can be harvested every few months and sold in craft and textile markets. Their manure is another bonus, cold manure that can be applied directly to gardens and is highly valued by gardeners. Rabbits are quiet, clean, and require little space. With simple hutches, a basic diet of hay and pellets, and proper ventilation, they're easy to manage even in a suburban backyard. Quick pause here. If you're getting value from this, drop a comment below telling me which animal surprised you most so far. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. We're just getting to the really good stuff, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Animal 3, Ducks. Number 3 is where things get really interesting, ducks. Now, I know ducks are poultry, so you might be wondering how they're different from chickens. Trust me, the differences are substantial, and they all work in your favor. Let's start with eggs. Duck eggs are larger, richer, and bakers absolutely lose their minds over them. The higher fat content makes them incredible for pastries, cakes, and artisan baking. You can easily charge double what chicken eggs sell for, sometimes triple, because professional bakers seek them out specifically. I've seen duck eggs selling for $6 to $8 per dozen in urban farmers markets. But here's the kicker that makes ducks special: pest control. Ducks are insect-eating machines. Slugs, snails, beetles, grubs devour them all. If you've got a garden, ducks are basically free labor. They'll waddle through your beds eating pests while fertilizing your soil. Unlike chickens that scratch and destroy plants, ducks are gentle foragers. They nibble pests without damaging your crops. Water features become productive assets with ducks. Got a pond? Ducks will manage mosquito larvae, keeping your property comfortable during summer. They'll also eat aquatic weeds, keeping the water clearer naturally. You're essentially getting free pond maintenance while raising profitable animals. Hardiness is another massive advantage. Ducks are incredibly cold tolerant and don't need heated coops like some chicken breeds. They're also more disease resistant than chickens. They don't get many of the respiratory issues that plague chicken flocks. Less veterinary intervention means lower costs and less heartbreak. Egg production. Many duck breeds outlay chickens, producing 300+ eggs per year consistently. And they keep producing through winter months when chicken egg production drops significantly. That means steady income year-round instead of seasonal fluctuations. The meat market for duck is premium too. Duck breast commands restaurant prices, and there's growing demand in ethnic markets and upscale dining. One bird gives you multiple revenue opportunities. Here's something unexpected: duck feathers and down. If you're processing ducks for meat anyway, the feathers have value. Down can be sold to crafters or saved for personal use in pillows and bedding. It's another small revenue stream that adds up. They're also entertaining to watch, which might sound silly, but it matters. Ducks have personality. They'll keep you smiling while they're making you money, and that's worth something when you're doing farm work. Animal 4, bees. Number 4 is going to sound completely different: bees. Before you panic about stings and swarms, listen to the numbers. A single beehive can generate 60 to 100 pounds of honey per year once established. Local raw honey sells for $10 to $15 per pound easily, sometimes more in health food stores and farmers markets. Do the math. One hive could bring in over $1,000 annually. But honey is just the beginning. Beeswax is liquid gold in the crafting world. Candles, cosmetics, furniture polish, lip balm — the demand is endless. Quality beeswax sells for $15 to $20 per pound, and you'll harvest several pounds per hive each year. Then there's bee pollen, propolis, and royal jelly, all specialty products that health enthusiasts pay premium prices for. We're talking about products that can sell for $20 to $40 per pound. Your single hive becomes a mini pharmacy producing multiple valuable substances. Here's what really sets bees apart: they improve everything else you're growing. Better pollination means bigger vegetables, more fruit, healthier flowers. Your entire garden becomes more productive just by having bees around. That's passive income improvement you can't get from any other livestock. The time investment is shockingly low. After the initial setup and learning period, you're looking at maybe 1 hour per hive per month during active season. Compare that to daily chicken care, and you'll see why commercial farmers love bees. They're the ultimate passive income animal. Space requirements? Minimal. A hive occupies maybe 4 square feet. You can put them on rooftops, in corners of yards, even on balconies in some cases. Urban beekeeping is exploding because the space efficiency is unbeatable. Colony expansion creates even more opportunities. As hives grow, you can split them and sell nucleus colonies to new beekeepers for $150 to $250 each. The demand for local bee colonies far exceeds supply in most areas. And here's something beautiful: environmental impact. By keeping bees, you're actively supporting pollinator populations and helping local ecosystems. You're making money while doing genuine environmental good. That's rare in any business. The startup costs are a moderate figure of $300 to $500 to get going properly, but the return on investment is typically under 2 years. After that, it's nearly pure profit with minimal ongoing expenses. Animal 5, goats. Finally, number 5, goats. Specifically, we're talking about dairy goats or fiber goats, not necessarily meat goats, though that's viable too. Goat milk is experiencing a renaissance. More people are discovering they can digest goat milk when cow milk causes problems. The market for fresh goat milk, goat cheese, goat yogurt, and goat milk soap is expanding rapidly. A single dairy goat can produce 1 to 3 gallons of milk daily during peak production. Raw goat milk sells for $8 to $12 per gallon in many areas. Goat cheese? Even higher prices. Artisan goat cheese can command $15 to $25 per pound. If you learn basic cheesemaking, you're transforming a $5 ingredient into a $20 product. Goat milk soap is another winner. Handmade goat milk soap sells for $6 to $10 per bar at craft fairs and farmers markets. The ingredients are simple and cheap, the process is straightforward, and the profit margins are impressive. But let me share the secret weapon: land management. Goats are browsers, not grazers. They eat brush, weeds, invasive plants, and things you want gone. People actually pay for goat rental services to clear land. You can charge $400 to $800 per acre for vegetation management using your goats. They're literally eating their way to profit while clearing someone else's property. Fiber goats like Angora or Cashmere produce luxury fibers that sell for astronomical prices. Cashmere can fetch $30 to $50 per pound, and one goat produces 1 to 2 pounds annually. Angora mohair is similar, highly valued in textile markets with steady demand. Goats are incredibly hardy and disease-resistant when managed properly. They need basic shelter, browse and hay, fresh water, and mineral supplements. The care routine is simple and predictable. Personality-wise, goats are engaging and intelligent. They bond with owners, they're easier to handle than cattle, and they're small enough that even kids can help with chores. This makes them perfect for family farm operations where everyone participates. Breeding stock sales are another income avenue. Quality registered goats sell for $300 to $800 each. If you build a reputation for healthy, productive animals, you'll have buyers lined up. The fertility rate is solid. Many goats have twins regularly, some have triplets. Your herd can grow quickly if you choose, or you can maintain a small, manageable number while selling offspring for steady income. Manure, yet again, is valuable. Goat pellets are easy to handle, low odor, and excellent for gardens. Bag it up and sell it, or use it to supercharge your own growing operation. So there you have it, 5 animals that outperform chickens in profitability, versatility, and practicality for small farms. Quail for quick returns and space efficiency. Rabbits for protein production and fiber income. Ducks for premium eggs and pest control. Bees for multiple high-value products with minimal time investment. And goats for dairy products, fiber, and land management services. Notice what all these have in common. Multiple revenue streams from single animals, lower input costs than chickens in most cases, and products that command premium prices because they're still considered specialty items. I'm not saying chickens are useless, they have their place. But if you're serious about making your small farm profitable, these 5 deserve your attention first. Here's what I want you to do: pick one animal from this list that fits your situation and do a deep dive this week. Research breeds, startup costs, and local market demand. Then come back and tell me in the comments which one you're choosing and why. If this video changed how you're thinking about small farm animals, smash that like button and subscribe to Earthly Gardening. We're building a community of smart, budget-conscious growers who refuse to follow the crowd blindly. Next week, I'm breaking down the actual costs and profit potential for each of these animals with real numbers from real farmers. You won't want to miss that. Until then, keep growing, keep learning, and remember, the most profitable path is usually the one fewer people are taking. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.